Do you want to be included in education? Do you want to be included in the American dream, quote unquote, of homeownership? Well, the way that we're going to include you, and I'll talk about that you in a minute, is through predatory lending practices, right? So subprime loans where the interest rate balloons, and payday loans, which you just narrated, right, do the same thing. And so much of this, and I'm so sorry, I'll shut up after this, but much of this is about the history of racial capitalism in the United States. So this is absolutely a class issue. I completely agree with you, but we cannot, and in my opinion, must not disentangle race and class in the United States, right? So if we look historically, like at what the GI Bill in terms of bringing people into homeownership, for whom did it do that? It did that for white, hetero families, right? Did it do that for domestic workers? Did it do that for who are at that point mostly Black and Latino? No. Did it do that for African American workers in any sector of the society? No. So predatory inclusion is often things that were held out to mostly white families, certainly not poor white families, but mostly white families as part of the social safety net. When in the wake of the civil rights movement, you have all of these communities clamoring to get in, clamoring for inclusion, right? The capitalist class, which is also the political class, says, okay, but here are the terms. The terms are public college, which was called that because it was free, is no longer free. Now you have to debt finance it, even public college, right? And we'll prey on you with these predatory for-profit college advertisements that actually target Black and brown communities, veterans communities, right? Or, okay, you want access to a home loan where African American families and Latinx families have been redlined from mortgage lending? Okay, but here's a subprime loan for you, right? So predatory inclusion specifically in the sort of racialized fabric of class in this country, beyond this country too, but certainly in this country.
This is Revolution Podcast. To hear the rest of that podcast, you can find us at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Soundcloud, and wherever else you hear podcasts. This is Revolution.